Hello, I'm Roberto Treviño. I'm the city councilman for this area. Vincent, great comments. I think you really summarized it pretty well, and I just want to add on to that. I mean, I think your point is well taken. We have all these great parks and all these great things as you see happening in San Antonio, and for many years, Brackenridge Park has felt maybe kind of set aside or not talked about much. But last year, we had something that, it put Brackenridge Park at the forefront. And that's important to understand about why. Brackenridge Park proved to be a city park. And because of the outcry that happened last summer, we really had to take stock in what was really happening. I want to thank the panelists for their presentation, because I think all of us here can truly relate to and appreciate good design. But the other part of this is a good process that's inclusive, that really reaches out to the community. So when this happened at Brackenridge Park last summer, there was some concern that, boy, the master plan was going to see some issues, and as Andres says, form follows funding. So we needed to make sure that if we're going to have a good master plan, it needed to be supported by the city council. It needed to be something that we can feel very strongly about when we propose it in the bond. So what I'm here to kind of express a little bit is issues of social equity. Why did what happened at Brackenridge Park happen in the first place? You got to consider the fact that San Antonio is one of the most economically segregated cities in the country. And what do I mean by that? Well, when we proposed the initial master plan, many people from different parts of the city reached out to me and said, listen, we feel left out, and that's our park. What I'm proud to say is that we listened, and everybody involved, including the Conservancy, Lila Powell, my fellow colleagues on council, really took this to heart, and we tackled this, and we created more meetings, and we even created another process with the help of Xavier Urrutia, who I see here today. We call it events-based master planning. And what that meant was we actually extended the process so that it included the park. We actually had meetings at different parts of the city where you would go up to a drawing and put a red dot or a green dot, and people don't relate to that. But people relate to an event, like an archaeological dig, showing movies. And what do we have? We had 61 zip codes reporting, 61 zip codes. I think that's amazing. Almost 800 people responding. And so I think it's important for us to address this very thing. I think what we really learned is that Brackenridge Park can help with these social equity issues. And so, I think about a lot of different things that are occurring in our city. We mentioned floods and all kinds of natural disasters. Well, guess what? We had a tornado. We don't get tornadoes in San Antonio. A tornado occurred 3 blocks from where I live. And I've been dealing with that in my community, in my district, for the last week and a half. And it's been an amazing effort. I want to, again, the city staff, fire department, SAPD, everybody coming together. Again, that's what this city is about community. But I want to tell you something that I learned that I think is very, very promising. And I think it's related to what we're all talking about today. As people are cleaning up and homes are damaged, some completely destroyed, the number one thing I kept hearing was, are you going to help us get our trees back? Wow. The answer is yes. But isn't that awesome that they would think that way? And so then you think about statistics that we put out in the city when we talk about, well, San Antonio has a urban forest of 38%, which is pretty good, but we don't lay it out geographically. And if you think about the most disadvantaged areas, they have almost no urban forest at all. So I think the question I want to leave you with here today is, how can our parks help with these kind of social equity issues? Because people do love trees. Thank you.